Is it time to load up on Palantir stock? Alright, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Ben. I'm a 19-year-old that's still within his first year investing. By no means am I a financial advisor, and I just do these videos for entertainment purposes only. If you want a link to sign up to Trading 212, use my link in the description. You'll get a free share, potentially worth up to £100. So in this video, I'm going to be going through what Palantir is, and I'm also going to be adding more to my position live in this video. So if you enjoy these videos, please show some support and smash the like button and sub to the channel. Now, this is the first time I'm mentioning Palantir on this channel, but it's a stock I've just made a new position in. Palantir Technologies is a public American software company that specializes in big data analytics. Headquartered in Denver, Colorado, it was founded in 2003. The company's name comes from the Lord of the Rings, when magical Palantiri, I think that's how you say it, were seeing stones, described as indestructible balls of crystal used for communication and to see events in other parts of the world. The company is known for three projects in particular: Palantir Gotham, Palantir Metropolis, and Palantir Foundry. Palantir Gotham is used by counterterrorism analysts at offices in the United States Intelligence Community, or ISIC, and United States Department of Defense. In the past, Gotham was used by fraud investigators at the Recovery, Accountability and Transparency Board, a former US federal agency which operated from 2009 to 2015. Gotham was also used by cyber analysts at Information Warfare Monitor, a Canadian public-private venture which operated from 2003 to 2012. Palantir Metropolis is used by hedge funds, banks, and financial services firms. Palantir Foundry is used by corporate clients such as Morgan Stanley, Airbus, Fiat, and others. Palantir's original clients were federal agencies of the USIC. It has since expanded its customer base to serve state and local governments, as well as private companies in the financial and healthcare industries. Karp, Palantir's chief executive officer, announced in 2013 that the company would not pursue an IPO, as quoted on Going Public would make running a company like ours very difficult. However, on October the 18th, 2018, the Wall Street Journal reported that Palantir was considering an IPO in the first half of 2019 following a $41 billion valuation. Later in July of 2020, it was revealed that the company had filed for an IPO. The company was valued at $9 billion in early 2014, with Forbes stating that the valuation made Palantir among Silicon Valley's most valuable private technology companies. In January of 2015, the company was valued at $15 billion after undisclosed round of funding with $50 million in November of 2014. This valuation rose to $20 billion in late 2015 as the company closed an $880 million round of funding. Despite all this, and to this day, investors must be aware that Palantir has yet to make a profit. It then went on to IPO on 30th September of 2020. In 2020, Palantir was one of 4 large technology firms to start working with the NHS in supporting COVID-19 efforts through the provision of software from Palantir Foundry. And by April of 2020, several countries had used Palantir technology to track and contain the contagion. Palantir also developed Tiberius, a software for vaccine allocation used in the United States. In December of 2020, Palantir was awarded a $44.4 million contract by the US Food and Drug Administration, boosting its shares by about 21%. Diving deeper into their products of Palantir Metropolis, formerly known as Palantir Finance, was a software for data interrogation, information management, and quantitative analytics. The software connects to commercial, proprietary, and public datasets and discover trends, relationships, and anomalies, including predictive analytics. Aided by 120 engineers in Palantir during 2009, this guy of JP Morgan used Metropolis to monitor employee communications and alert the insider threat team when employees showed any signs of potential disgruntlement. The insider alert team would further scrutinize that employee and possibly conduct physical surveillance after hours with bank security personnel. The Metropolis team used emails, downloaded activity, browser histories, and GPS locations from the JP Morgan owned smartphones and their transcripts of digitally recorded phone conversations to search, aggregate, sort, and analyze the information for any specific keywords, phrases, or patterns of the behavior. Then we have Palantir Apollo. Palantir Apollo is a continuous delivery system that manages and deploys Palantir, Gotham and Foundry. Apollo was built out of the need of customers to use multiple public and private cloud platforms as part of their infrastructure. Apollo orchestrates updates to configurations and software in the Foundry and Gotham platforms using microservice architecture. This product form of Palantir is a way for them to provide software as a service, known as CaaS, instead of to operate as a consulting company. As for Palantir Gotham, as we previously stated, that it's used by counter-terrorist analysts at offices at the United States Intelligence Community and the United States Department of Defense, fraud investigators at the Recovery, Accountability and Transparency Board, and cyber analysts at the Information Warfare Monitor. Other clients as of 2013 included the United States Air Force. The US military used the Palantir product to improve their ability to predict locations of explosive devices in the war in Afghanistan. A small number of people report it to be more useful than the United States Army program of record. However, AI is controversial and its ongoing and its future potential application to use in military settings is quite alarming to a lot of people. Palantir has also been reported to be working in various other US police departments. In 2014, the US Immigration and Customs Enforcement awarded Palantir a $41 million contract to build and maintain a new intelligence system called the Investigate Case Management to track personal and criminal records of legal and illegal immigrants. Now for the stock, and yes, you guessed it, it is currently down, but you know what that means.
Here we go, come on, push it, buying the dip, buying the dip. Here we go, come on, push it, buying the dip, buying the dip. Here we go, come on, push it, buying the dip, buying the dip. Here we go, come on, push it, buying the dip, buying the dip. Here we go, come on, push it, push it, push it.
And I'm not lying, I have actually bought the dip. On the screen recording here, I bought just a couple shares earlier. And yes, I know it's not a lot of money because my money's tied up in other areas right now. LOL! And I don't have much cash on hand, I'm kind of waiting on payday for that one. So for the meantime, I am investing just a small amount, but I am going to invest a lot more into Palantir in the future. So when I make these videos on companies which I think are really good investments, I do mean it and I do back it up with my own investments on them. To continue looking into the stock is currently down over 45% since its all-time high back in January, where it was roughly at $39 a share. Despite this recent drop, the stock is still up over 150% since its IPO in last September. But if we were to compare the IPO date to the date that it was at all-time high around the 27th of January, it was then up over 300%. Now, as forecasts go, they are very bullish. However, they're not probably as bullish as you'd like to think. I know it's not always the most reliable source, but if we do look at the CNN forecasts, the high is looking pretty nice. They're giving it a high forecast of $40 a share. However, for the median and the low both being below its current price, around $23 a share for the median target and around $15 a share for the low. However, there is a company that is really bullish on Palantir. I say company, but more like individual, well known as... Yes, Cathie Woods is very bullish on Palantir stock. Back in February, she bought around 6.8 million shares of the stock. And the other day, she added 2.6 million shares to the position. So if Cathie Woods is buying, then that leaves a lot of other people to probably just think that's enough for them to buy. But despite that, generally I do think Palantir is a really good company going forward. And like I previously mentioned, I am looking to add more to my position. But what do I know? I'm just a 19-year-old behind a screen and I should definitely not influence you to either buy or sell the stock. Let me know in the comments what your current take is on the company, if you're currently holding any shares or you're thinking of buying. Like I said, if you haven't already, make an account with Trading212 with my link. You'll potentially get a share worth up to £100. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one. In a bit.